Time again for another adventure scroll. I'm sure you're wondering what happened to Legend of the Five Rings. Josh had something come up in his life. He couldn't make it to this last game. I decided, hey, let's play a one shot instead. Let's go back to Newman Era, because Newman Era is one of my favorite games. I love it a lot. I think the world is amazing and interesting. And I like the rule system too. I think it's a very easy and straightforward rule system where you can pack in a lot of action and a lot of role play without getting bogged down in the rules. So we'll probably be playing it again next week, mainly because, well, we only got through one encounter. One thing happened. That's it. Because my players were super interested in what was going on. Basically, it was an area where space kind of looped in on itself. So if you go out the door, you ever see that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where they're on the bridge and they go out one door and they come out through the other door on the other side in the same room, and they look back and they can see their butts hanging through the door? That basically happened, only in a much wider area. It was pretty cool, and my players wanted to play around with it. They pretty much understood what was going on. They just wanted to kind of explore it to its fullest. Was that over there another dimension, another world exactly like ours, with all of the same people, only slightly different? It was an interesting thing to talk about, an interesting discussion to have. And sometimes you just gotta let your players, have fun. Don't railroad things. Don't push things when you don't have to. But let's take a second and talk about the science behind this kind of looping place. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a little drawing here. This stuff isn't important. Get rid of it. Okay, so basically you have an area of land, and then you have a dome, kind of like an energy field on top of it. This is the looping area. If you pass through this, you can pass into it, but once you're inside, you can't pass out of it. It loops you back to the other side, and you're stuck kind of forever. This has some unintended consequences. And I want to demonstrate this by showing you the planet Earth. Here's the Earth, and the problem is that during the nighttime, when the Earth's facing the sun, it gets a lot of light and a lot of heat, and during the night it kind of radiates that away and cools down a bit. Well, when you have a system that's closed in like this, lets things in but doesn't let stuff out, light can't escape. Heat can't escape. So if you walk in, you create a fire, the light from the fire will reflect from the sky back down to Earth, and the heat will also reflect back down. If it turns to daytime, that's even worse now, because the sun, all of that light and heat, can't get out of this looping area, causing it to heat up until it's just a mess. No one can live there. It's terrible. I don't know the exact math on this. If anybody's a good mathematician and can show me, maybe perhaps in the comments, how fast an area like this would heat up. So this is the Newman Era. It may account for this. It's super technology. That said, the Newman Era, how they're being used by the people of the world, that's not how they use them anymore. Their original purpose is lost to time. And how we're using it now is different. It's how we want to use it. So, for example, you may have like a cipher, a little piece of technology that shoots a laser blast and blows a hole in something. Well, you see it and you're like, oh, this is a weapon, of course. But perhaps that item was never intended to be a weapon. Perhaps it was a power source. Maybe it was a drill and it was drilling into something. Or maybe it was just a focusing light that is now overcharged. So yeah, that's Newman Era. I love this game. Never played it. I definitely recommend it. Get out there and watch our episode of Newman Era. It's on The Dead Unicorn Live, and we'll probably be playing it one more time this weekend. I hope you check it out. Oh, Here are our patrons. These guys are extra special because they give us extra money. They are our patron squires, part of the Order of the Dead Unicorn. You can become part of the Order too by going to our Patreon. And that's it. That's all of it. Have a good day. Watch another video or don't go outside. It's beautiful out there. What are you doing watching videos? Go. You'll be okay.